Yo, what is up, guys? My name is DK Alcaldo, and welcome back to another episode of Fatal Bullet. So, last episode, we kind of wasn't supposed to be an hour, but I kind of effed up, forgetting how long the beginning game was. So, throughout this one, I'm just gonna leave the dialogue and just watch everything, leave everything to there. And there was also tutorials, but in episode 2, guess what? There's gonna be more tutorials. I'm basically gonna go through and basically tell you about this. So first of all, this is your room. This is the hub. This is basically where everything is gonna go down. Secondly, this is this is your character's menu. Character's menu shows your stats, your skills, your skill sets, your gadget sets, equipment, and items. Items is the one you're not going to be using at all. It's just to make sure you got, if you want to double check to make sure you have everything that you want. So yep. Equipment is basically what it says. Equipment is basically everything. Through the weapons your weapons you're going to use, your costume, and your accessories. Accessories are important because accessories have certain. I'll go more through accessories then. But weapons, there are a total. I think of 6 or 7. Let me just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I missed one. So there are 8 weapons in the game. There's the handguns, shotguns, submachine guns, assault rifles, sniper rifles, Gatling guns, launchers, aka rocket launchers, and swords. There's actually a 10th one which it doesn't show here, which is a unique one, which I will go over when in the story, at that part of the story we're able to use it. Gadget sets basically I'll just tell you, gadgets is basically your gadgets and a set of gadgets that you want to keep. So in the gadgets, so basically where you're gonna get all these gadgets, it's in the store. So basically where you're gonna find most of your gadgets is here. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Wait, is this the wrong one? Yes, here in the gadget shop. Basically, this is where you're gonna buy all your gadgets and everything like that. So let me go over the gadgets that you have in this game. So the first gadget is, of course, your first aid one, which is never going to leave your party. Ailment aid. This one is actually going to be also one that should never leave your party, because eventually I'll go over every single ailment. Resurrection kit is to revive your fallen enemy, but this one I don't see as much point on for your main character as much for your system, your AF system, or whoever you have, your partner that you're gonna name. You have your basic grenades, you have your frag grenades, you have your plasma grenades, and you have sticky grenades and ion grenades. Ion grenades really each of them just have a different power, but all of them are just personal preference. Smoke grenades is self-explanatory. It's a smoke grenade, and in this game it is not that useful. Flashbang is probably one of the best. Is really good because it stuns your enemies and actually stunlocks your enemies, and it works on most enemies in the game. So I love it. You got your proximity mine, your electromagnetic stun mine. This is eventually something I'm gonna go over, which you set the mine down and you stun the opponent. So the thing how it works in this game is that even if you're right near an opponent and if you put it down, it still goes off. So this, I'll say and the sinister mine, but the last mine is the sinister mine. Place a mine, and this basically inflicts suppression. I'll go over suppression a little bit later because it's one of the many status elements. But if you guys want to use a mine, just use the stun trap. There's anti-veil. I don't really know what it does. Are these knives. The combat knife basically is a running up knife attack. It sucks. Toxic knife is better because you throw the knife and ignite. The toxic and initial knife basically are the best two, but I still don't think they're useful because we're about to get used to it. But what they do is you throw the knife and and the toxic one inflicts poison. This one inflicts blaze. Melee boost. This is only one used for if you're using the sword. Basically, it increases power. Your power, but your accuracy drops. It's more useful for the sword still, and this is just camouflage is just camouflage. Now the skills. Oh boy, there are a lot of skills and a lot of things to go over. So, anyways, I'll tell you something big. Every skill that you use has a certain class. If you could see on the top left, you see assault. These basically help you assess of what role you want to. So the roles are assault. So you have assault, tank. It's assault, tank, sniper, engineer, destroyer, and support. So I'll get down to it. Engineer, I feel. So assault basically is going to be your full offensive one, basically the one that's going to be taking down basically, of course, full offense, not many liking. The tank is basically again, self-explanatory, is basically your tank. It's going to be one taking all the damage. I'll get more into that later. And the next one that I say is sniper. Sniper is basically going to be the one that stays behind attacks from long range, uses basically the thing, attacks from behind all the time. I say, but 9 times out of 10, the sniper is going to be the most iffy one. Oh yeah, and here it is. Here we go, roll filter right here. So the sniper one isn't the one you're really going to be using a lot. Destroyer, I never understood the role of being a destroyer in this game. I think destroyer is supposed to be, I don't know, they never really explained the destroyer at all. It's really just the most iffy class in the game. Never know. The engineer is probably my favorite, is the one I am right now, and it's probably my favorite one because how the engineer works is that the engineer basically put status elements, uses buff to their equipment, but there's also more that they could do. And the last one is the support, of course, self-explanatory, your support class. 9 times out of 10, you will not be the support. It's going to be the AI you take with you, so it doesn't matter. Now going over excuse me, nice and Dr. Pepper right there. So now let's go over, I'll basically also be going over every single one of these skills. Power form increases your attack, armor form increases your defense, speed form increases the speed, concentration increases your accuracy, attention seeker basically, that's basically self-explanatory. Hawkeye basically reveals the enemy's locations and boosts your detection. Conceal, self-explanatory, makes you hard to see. Enhanced gadget basically enhances your gadget. Trigger happy reduces your reload time. It doesn't sound like that's what it should do, but it does. Bullet line eraser basically causes short delay in time where your enemy may see your bullet line. This is not useful. Phantom bullet is basically inflicts suppression. And I'll go over every human fortress basically prevents you flinching. Healing bullet, self-explanatory. HP recovery bullet. HP recovery bullet is basically regen. Curing field basically recovers you from status ailments. Healing field is basically healing bullet, but as a field zone. So basically a big dome. AED shot is revival. Power form shot, basically the same. Increases is basically where your support can shoot it to another person and do that. And the same thing with armor form. These are fields, which is basically these things, but better because it basically makes a dome for you and anyone else to walk into. Critical form shot basically and boosts your crit rates. Nanotech boosts temporary boosts your stat. Power break breaks your power. Armor break basically does the same thing. Viral shot is the one that I would say you're probably going to be using a lot. a lot. So what this does is this is first of all, this is one of the many few. This and skill free shot basically are the only two things that are locked behind DLC. What these do is these basically makes this one lowers your enemy's attack and defense, and it basically is like a bubble. It's like it's basically like a shield. It's like a field. So basically, even if any other enemy were going to it, they would lose attack. This is, I'd say, one of the best skills in the game for you to have. Skill free shot basically does not allow, if it hits the opponents, they can't use skills. This is not that useful if you're playing normally. Alright, but now we get to the ones that I love. Toxic Blast basically is the one, basically it gives poison buildup, and this is the reason why I said the knives were eventually not useful. Because Toxic Gas Blast does the exact same thing, and so does Blazing Blast. But the best one here is Electrodynamic Stun. Basically, if you shoot your opponent, it basically stuns them. This is useful. This is probably the most useful one on here out of everyone. Explosive Shot, basically you explosive step. Heat detector. Whatever. Basically Gatling guns have a cooldown. Has a cooldown. Basically, it just lowers the Gatling gun's cooldown, then eventually allows you to shoot a flick blaze. Plasma Blast is just something only for rocket launchers. Nemesis Burst is something else for rocket launchers. Tranquilizer Tranquilizer Dart basically raises aggro. Eagle Beacon, oh my goodness, basically increases your circle. Gravitational Shot, this is probably one of the best ones for rocket launchers and stuff. Basically it pushes the enemy into a certain direction. Dash Attack, it's a dash attack. Quick Shot is a handgun only thing, and it's probably the best skill for the handgun. Basically it's a quick shot. It basically sounds what it is. It's a quick shot, but I will tell you this. I'll go over to tell you why this is kind of broken with the handgun later down the road. Acrobatic Fire, basically you dodge left and shoot. Sliding Shot is basically a shotting shot. Scatter Wheel, you jump in a wheel then shoot. Gunslinger, you charge towards your opponent and shoot them. Sentry Star, you basically just crouch. Tactical Roll is basically a roll. Taunting Yell, basically self-explanatory. Shield Matrix is basically a shield that allows you to tank hits for a little bit. Omni, basically speed step. It's a speed step. It's basically a speed dodge. It's tactical roll, but a speed dodge. Replenish Equipment, basically. Replenish Gadgets, basically a replenishes gadget real quick. Alright. Hyper Awareness is not something you get for a long time, but when you do use it, you basically auto dodge. You basically get an auto dodge and then become invulnerable for a little bit. Sword Barrier is basically what it sounds like, a barrier for the sword. Sharp Nails, it's a melee sword attack. Multiple Strike is a melee sword attack. Star Splash is a melee sword attack, and Horizontal Square is a melee sword attack. Double Orbital is a melee sword attack. Cyclone is a sword attack. Divine Blossom is a sword attack, and Azure Tempest is a sword attack. And last but I guess it was. But also I forgot to mention every skill needs is based around a certain status. If you realize, a lot of the salt ones rely a lot on strength and agility. A lot of the tank ones rely a lot on vitality, and a lot of the speed ones, and of course a lot of the salt ones rely on agility. A lot of the sniper ones, I really don't know. I think sniper ones are the balanced ones. A lot of the engineer ones relies on intelligence and dexterity, and a lot of the support ones rely a lot on intelligence and vitality. So basically, you will also, speaking of skills, you can see that there's proficiency right there, and how there's like Phantom Bullet 1, Phantom Bullet 2. So basically, what happens throughout the game is the more you use the skill, the more the weapon's proficiency will go up. Based on the certain milestone you meet on the proficiency, you will unlock the next stage of it. It will get increasingly harder based on later on. So to get for example, to get number 2, you might have to get your proficiency up to 75. To get number 3, you will have to to get number 4, you will have to max out proficiency level 3. So what the fourth one does, so what all the fourth one does are just better and more powerful ways of using the skills. And also skill sets. This one is basically how you can make your weapons on any class and how you want them to look. And yeah, that's it. Status. These are your status, and of course I'm finally going to get to the status screen, the big important one. 255 is the max for any stats. So for me, strength basically increases your melee damage, gear weight, and your ability to equip different weapons. I definitely recommend you get this up immediately. Strength, vitality, health and defense, intelligence, basically skills and gadget effects, recharge rates, and as well as ailment attacks. So this basically, you remember what I told you about the stun and stuff? Yeah, this basically makes them a lot better. Agility, self-explanatory. Dexterity, basically crit. This gadget power and weaponry, and luck is probably the most useful. Is crit rate. This one is the most useless one unless you are using a sword, because the swords have high crit rate. Alright, I guess now we go into my equipment and go over these. So also there's something that they don't tell you. If you are for some reason you are double stats double to hold a weapon, you will see that on the bottom of the screen it says switch to special gear. You'll be able to press triangle and dual wield. Basically, there's no consequences of dual wielding at all. It's just awesome. And also, if you guys want to know how Rey is looking, it's right here. Also, to tell you the truth, so let me get down to it. Let me show you my equipment. Of course, handguns. Handguns are amazing. They always will be amazing. They're basically the basics of the basics. Shotguns are shotguns. One of my favorite weapons in the game is to use SMGs, and yeah, SMGs have also certain weapons have certain things. As you can see, there is physical power and OPT power. Physical power, basically self-explanatory, is basically physical bullets. OPT, certain times there are enemies who are resistant or more resistant to physical power, so these basically go through the where is it? Yep, OPT power basically goes through those. So not worrying about it. Worrying about these. There's and sniper rifles. Okay, so let me go over to I did that so much. I did that so stupid because I keep forgetting I could just press R1. Rey has, as you can see, Rey has a sniper rifle and some machine gun. I'll switch that up. And she has basically one of the strongest ones in the game. Every gun weapon has a certain weight, and as you guys can see, Rey's gear weight is maxed out. In this game, when your gear weight hits the red, basically you're going to be moving as slow as molasses. So eventually, let me just remove that real quick, because again, I do want to switch it up. But I think that's it for all this. I will, but also let me go to, I'm not done. So every weapon has an ammo capacity, fire accuracy, crit rate, accuracy. What you see there are called memory chips. Memory chips are basically added on effects to weapons. So as you guys can see, mine has weapon attack, physical attack, weak spot damage plus 10%, and then there's also damage versus mechs, damage versus life forms, and damage versus humanoids plus whatever. Every single weapon and equipment has a certain amount of memory chips. So for example, the weapon I have is epic, but legendaries can hold a lot more memory chips. Rares can only hold a amount of 4, and reds can only hold an amount of 2. There is so much more that goes into these memory chips, and I will eventually show you when we have to do that and go through the stupid tutorial, I'll go over and show you more about what it does. All right. Gosh, there's something. So for example, we're gonna open this. You have custom, yeah, you have everything. You could even, and plus if there ever want to, you could if there ever a time you want your character, you don't like how your character came out, you can't always just go ahead and right here change your character. So as you guys can see, but for me, if you guys can't tell, I think it doesn't tell, I think it doesn't tell you right here. So yeah, it doesn't tell you, but eventually I'll tell you. So for example, let's just say if you ever, if you're at my level and you feel like you've been getting bored of being like your certain class, like an engineer, or you don't want Ray to be a support class anymore, you want to change up how our stats are, and you guys are best, and certain people might say, all right, I'll have to do a new game. Well, my friend, you do not have to worry. This is customization data. So first of all, what you do here, as you guys can see, there's a lot of slots here. There's 8 slots. So let's say you don't like how your stats are looking. So first of all, if you want to save your thing, first of all, save it over something that you want. Then if you ever feel like you want to change your stats, go to an empty customization data, click it, and click load data. Your whole entire stats will be reset back to 1. Your whole entire things will be reset back to 1, and you could basically make yourself however you want to look like, and change up your stats for you and Ray. It's basically a good way just to say, yeah, you can customize yourself without doing all this other stuff. There is also another way, and I will be going over that real soon. We'll go over that later. This is your item. This is the item box. Excuse me. So basically, this is where you're gonna put all your access stuff that you want to keep, and take stuff out. So let me do that. Any excess accessories you're gonna put in here, and any other equipment and stuff, you guys could just put it right in here. There's also a quick button for it. If you press the it shows it right there. If you press the click L3, it basically will select everything for you, and either put it in there or remove stuff. If you press the R2 button, you switch from the item box to the storage. Basically, the storage is where you have everything. So weapons. So all your weapons will be in here. All your ammunition, that access ammunition you want, will be in here. And also your outfits. So this is the one I'm gonna be press triangle to sort and go through everything. So how will I be? So I want to show off as much outfits as I can in this game. So yeah, so to do that, I'm going to try to show you guys every single outfit for the female in the game. Sadly, I can't show you the outfits for the male, but if you guys can't tell, just look. There are a ton of outfits in the game. I will be showing you guys how to unlock all of them, and it is going to take a long time. Nope, we're not done. And yeah, there's a lot of outfits in the game, so prepare for that. So we're just gonna grab these two, and I'm gonna put one on myself, and I'm gonna put the other one on my AF sis, on Ray. So for me, I am going to grab the Alluring Cutlass. I don't know how to say that. And on Ray, we're gonna be equipping the bikini, just to show off. Now people might say, oh, I don't like how my colors look. Well, I will tell you, eventually we will be able to unlock customization, but that's not for but also you can also search your weapon types just by the weapon types as well. Well, so the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to change. Oh wait, what the? How did you guys get in here? How did these? Yeah, how did you guys get in there? Oh. 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 Weak. Sorry, give me a minute. Like, there are some weapons that are not supposed to be in here. Sorry, give me a minute. Weapon rank. Yeah, get out. Yeah. Sorry about that. There was just some weapons that weren't supposed to be in there. These things weigh. So the things about, I will grab. There it is. And we're gonna equip Warrior with her new sniper rifle because she will not be holding us down. All right. I guess it never showed off really the shop. I'll show off the shop. Weapon shop. Weapon shop self. What the? What the? Gosh dang it! Did I f up? All right, give me a minute. I think I f something up. Yeah, why is it doing that? Oh, sorry. I'm just stupid. I'm just stupid. There we go. Sell all my weapons. Yeah. Also, if you want to, completely forgot. You could just sell your weapons all your weapons here. Yeah, you could do that for the beat of this. Yeah, so the weapon shop basically has just weapons, these kind of weapons, somewhere, and useless. You'll find better stuff out there for gear. The only thing I will say is the helpful one is ammo, and then most of the outfits that you can just buy, but I'll go into more in depth of why you can't buy. And the ones that you guys see that are hunters are basically ones that are from DLC. And outfits, which is something you guys... Accessories, which is basically something, again, you guys will find better out there in the world. Now you see that we have sub-quests, hunting quests, unique enemies, and treasure quests. So... and also just to tell you, you have to do all these sub-quests, all these quests, hunting quests, and unique enemy quests if you guys want to 100% the game to get the good ending. So let me grab these. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, but we're not even close from done from this tutorial. And it's been how long already? How long has it been already? 28 minutes. One, two, three, and there we go. So yeah, I think we finally got what's in here out of the way. So let's now leave and meet Kureha in Glocklin. Let me just eat my jelly sandwich. Welcome to your main hub, Glocklin. There's not much to see or do. This is and you remember what I told you about the shops? Yeah, there are basically others here. You're not gonna use those as well. So I'm gonna get to the most important part right now, because the reason why I'm showing you all this is so we could eventually skip Kureha and just skip the Kureha dialogue, because it's just gonna be more tutorials. So we run up here. This game is... I actually really like this game. Oh, dang it! Well, I can't show you guys anymore. I can't show you guys what's up there because it's locked. So I'm basically gonna. So for me, I'm gonna skip basically the dialogue that Kureha is gonna tell you because it's basically more. It's basically more tutorial stuff. It's nothing. It's nothing important. So what Kureha is gonna basically tell you is everything that I already told you about. Basically, basically giving you tutorials and stuff. There is something I'm gonna show you, which I can't wait to show you guys. Is can't do it yet. I don't think. Yeah, I can't do it. Wait. Argo.
どんな情報が知りたい？情報屋は伊達じゃないよ。
So what Argo does is. So what Argo does is she basically gives you regular thing, cologne. I think it's cologne. I think yeah. So basically, chip cologne basically increases affects. It affects chip rates. This affects basically weapon drops. This affects accessory drops. These are not useful. Nostalgic Echoes. This is something you cannot get until you beat the game on New Game Plus. This basically makes it more easier to raise up proficiency, and of course I will be buying that affinity. So these two. Oh my goodness. Weapon arts. There are many weapon arts in the game. The shotgun one is not that good. It's just a charge blast. It's just a random charge blast. The handgun, however, oh, I can't wait to show you guys this. And as soon as we buy the handgun, we have the best one in the game. And I'll go to depth later of why it is. And also, you could sell information, but that's really rare and few. Oh right. So Kureha, it's time to skip some dialogue because this part is already 32 minutes. Sorry. Yeah, basically walking around Glocken, she's gonna basically be showing us everything. So so sorry, but this is gonna be something we skip because it's not important. Because it's something I already teach you guys.
ここはいつもワイワイ賑やかなの。ここがショップターミナル。品揃えは
Skipping dialogue. It is not important. It's just more
私
tutorial.
消耗品を買ってくるから、とりあえず自由に見て回ってて。
I think next is.
久しぶりだね。と言っても再会を懐かしむ
Oh,
ほどの時
I'll
間は
allow
ない
this.
けど
I'll allow this to go through.
覚えていてくれたんだ。でもさん付けなんてしなくていいよ。多分年もあまり変わらないだろうし。ああ、僕がみんなを君と呼ぶのは訳ありでさ。呼び捨てにすると勘違いしちゃう女の子が多くて。それでさ、君に一つ聞きたいことがあるんだ。君はどうして NPC のアファシスを助けようとしたんだい？この前の大会の録画データが手に入ってさ、参加者の戦いの様子を見てみたんだよ。その中で君は切りかかるキリト君と戦おうとすらせず、アファシスをかばうことに専念しているように見えた。
How do you even remotely know that you weren't even there?
確かにアファシスはレアアイテムだけど、君が殺されたら手に入れられないだろう。それともあの時点でマスター登録が済んでいたのかい？あの大会の中で君のあの行動だけが理解できなかった。もしよかったら理由を教えてくれないかな。君は理屈によらず動くことができるのか？失礼。まずは礼を言うべきだね。大した知り合いでもない僕の質問に虚偽や誇張を加えることなく答えてくれた。君はいい人だ。
マスター、ここに。
おっと、用事の途中だったのか。じゃあ僕。
Alright, is this...
SBC グロッケンの主な施設はこんなところよ。
Well,
変なおじさんもいたけど面白いとこ
go
ろ
to
でしょ。
Kirito's room. Alright, this one is actually another important area. And you guys have, I'm about to tell you why. Kirito's room is probably the most, it's probably the most important area in the game. Ha ha ha. Not funny.
お邪魔します。
I won't allow you
い
to,
らっしゃいますか？
I won't allow you. This is my tutorial. I basically,
俺は SBC グロッケンを案内するよ。ここは迷路みたいに複雑な場所もあるからな。
alright. Oh, he's taking us actually to the place you need to go, but I'll go over this. But I'll
この
basically
総
go,
督ではクエストの受注ができるクエストオーダーターミナルやフィールドに移動できる
I'll
転
basically go
送ゲート
over,
が設置されている。
over this myself because I do it quicker. I'm doing it a little bit quicker. Alright, so in this lobby there are,
ごきげんよう。皆さん、こんにち
these
は。
four are important.
計算も一苦労です。
Well, the most important one is here.
私
This
のお
is
すすめ？
this is basically for
秘密です。
this is basically for PvP. This is basically your PvP area. Except for her, she holds hero quests. This is not accessible if you do not have DLC. I'm just gonna tell you this. This is not accessible if you don't have DLC. Okay, so out of everyone here, the metal
順位があるなら、目指す
she's not
は
important.
10名を公開中です。
she's kind of important if you want to see what kind of weapons. I'll go over the rankings, the reward rankings a little
お
bit.
知り合いの名前ありました？
She's not important. She's important. Throughout the games, you guys will see, like, yes, you see there are these medals. So there are basically there are certain things you could get. See, here's remember what I was telling you about the respec stuff? Yeah. Unlocking chips is going to be, I'll go, again, I have to go back to Kirito's room to explain that more. But also down in here, there are transformation stuff, basically transforming a weapons, but, more importantly, there are equipments and there are gadgets. There are outfits in here that you can only get in here and nowhere else. So this is basically medals. Basically, there's attack medals, support medals, and weapon medals. Support medals is basically, you know, support. There's many ways how to get it. Attack weapons medals is basically, again, real easy just by playing the game. Weapon medals, I meant to say, is easy by playing the game. Attack medals, however, is real different. The only way how to get is really difficult. The only way how to get attack medals is by hitting your opponent with status ailments or afflicting stuff ailments or defeating NPC players. Attack medals is the most annoying one to get, but there is an easy way to get it, but you can only be able to get it in DLC, so that kind of sucks. So yeah, basically this is what you're going to be using your medals for. Other than that, these medals are not that important. Some of them you could buy, some of them you can't get. So yeah. So we're going to go around and it's going to be more tutorial, and plus this is also basically you just me. This is basically you just basically meeting everyone. The SAO crew. That's basically it. Because guess what? We could skip all of this because it is not important. Yeah, yes, I explained medals. It really sucks. That's my least favorite thing. Especially trying to get attack medals.
お願いします。お姉さんの連絡先を教えてください。
And now we're gonna go out here. Loading times this game. It has already been nearly 40 minutes. I am sorry. Sorry. Yeah, this should be it for tutorials that we could get. Nope, can't talk to you yet.
キリト。
From here, because nope, we're not gonna. I'll get over. In the next part, and the problem thing is, in the next part, there's still gonna be more. It's gonna be more tutorials. Oh my goodness. This game's opening has so much tutorials. I keep forgetting. I kind of forgot how much tutorials this game has. It's because I've played through this game like about 5 to 10 times without worrying about the tutorials. boom, 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 boom.
そこの君何かお探しかい？
And that's it. I think go talk to Itsuki. So yeah, talk to Itsuki. This is just gonna unlock.
君たち今日は買い出しかな？
I think yeah, return to Kirito's room. I want to do this one because this is the most important one. This is the most important one. For it one, for it one, for it one, one, for it one. Skip
君
more.
に相談があるんだけど。
Yes, yes, I get it. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, can I? Okay. So what we're gonna go to is now we're gonna officially ourselves. We're gonna go to Kirito's room. There are.
こんにちは。
Oh, thank you for doing that. All right. Boom.
調子はどうだ？
All right. Now we're basically about to do this. Okay. Now we can finally go over what I want to do. Oh boy. These three are gonna be basically your main circle when you're in here in Kirito's room. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's gonna pronounce. It's going to appraise your weapons. This is basically how you're gonna be. It's gonna appraise your stuff. So certain times when you're out there in the field, you may get see unappraised items. He's basically gonna appraise them for you. So basically, you have square to appraise all of them, which is 9 times out of 10 what you're gonna do. Appraise all of them, and yep. It could be equipment. It could be from accessories to weapons. Basically, yep. And your rarities is uncommon, rare, is common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Legendaries are light green, epic's yellow, rare's blue, uncommon is red, and common is white. So 9 times, and you see the memory chips and all that, and you can see what if you guys want it or not. Next is what Lilith does.
何かあったら言って。
She enhances and transforms stuff. Throughout the time you're enhancing and modifying your weapons, you can make them stronger, and they don't have to be exactly in your party. So what you do is click here. There are going to be materials you will definitely need to enhance them further, or you can use or remember if you were looking closely into the metal shop, there is like these enhanced material. You could just click that, use these, and just enhance the weapon. So the weapons could go up to +4. Is only
これでいいかしら。これで強い敵でも安心ね。
So the highest rank for weapons is +11. It's +11. So basically nothing is gonna go over 11. That's what I'm gonna tell you. So now we have the robust. This is gonna be SPA rapier and whatever. Just this machine gun. There is no difference between which formula you go with. Well, actually, I think there is. One increases my 61 to 92. Oh, it actually shows it on the side, but there's no really difference between what formula you use. It's just basically on the material you got. And this is from, and if you guys can see this one is also a DLC exclusive weapon, so
確認してね。
yeah.
バージョンアップできたわ。
And sometimes it might also increase the weight, so don't worry about it. There is a limit. Weapons that are rank 10 can only go up to rank 11 weapon, and you can only upgrade the weapon twice. Twice. Oh my goodness. So yep. So like, let me show you once. One. 2. Can't go up any more further. There's also transforming weapons. You guys see like the memory chips and stuff that I have on my weapons? Whoa, this is where transforming weapons becomes basically God tier. So I don't have a fodder weapon. Oh boy. Oh, okay, I do. So remember when I talked about the unlocking chips? So it's good that you could just do this and unlock. Certain times you want to replace the memory, you could just unlock it. You guys see I have a lot of unlocking chips. And do that. So what this basically this does is allows you to take stuff from the other one to either add it on, or to add it onto an existing skill you have, or to boost it up a little bit more. I think there's always a limit. I never understood what is the limit. I think it's 3, but I can't remember. So it's really difficult for me to remember this one. But a lot goes into these. Press start, click that, and your weapon's transformed. Next is overclocking. This is something really different. Basically, it enhances the weapon even more and makes it stronger. But gosh darn, the grind, you cannot buy overclocking chips, and the grind to do these is insane. Trust me, because even like my weapon, this weapon, basically that I've been using throughout the whole entire game, isn't even fully upgraded. See that? It just gives tiny amounts of numbers to the thing. So overclocking is, and plus overclocking is only a new game plus. It's only a new game plus thing, and it's more prevalent on the DLC. And that's it. Next and finally, last but not least, is Asuna. She's basically where you make some of the equipment that you cannot. She basically makes a lot of it. It's your accessory. It's your accessory maker. I can't show you. I could show you every single one of the accessories, but I could show you all the male accessories how it looks here. But I'll show you all the male ones, but I won't show you all the female ones in here because that kind of defeats the purpose. I think that's it for tutorial. That should be it. That should be a vast majority of the tutorials that explained the game a lot. No, we didn't get to do any really big gameplay, but I swear to gosh, on the next part we're gonna do that. Thank you all for joining me on SAO, on my SAO part, Fatal Bullet Part 2. But gosh dang it, I am sorry for this long explanation on tutorials. Next time there will actually be gameplay. I'll see you all in the next video.